Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to reading for the week of November 11th. This week, we're going to jump right in here. You have this Between Worlds card and this Fork in the Road card. Both cards are kind of similar in some ways. The Between Worlds card, you can see it's like this flamingo that's going from black and white to color. And then the Fork in the Road card obviously represents having a choice to make. And I feel for, this card in this deck kind of represents picking the new choice or picking the new path or kind of like being brave and moving towards the light. You can see there's this light on this path behind this like camel with horns and a monkey and a owl that are on the card. And so it kind of represents moving in a new direction or picking the new path in general. The Between Worlds card is a card of, again, entering. It kind of says that you've been in purgatory for a long time, and now you're stepping into the life that you want, or whatever you feel like you've been waiting for. You could be getting it, which is very good. You have the Six of Wands, the Emperor, and the Hangman in your first row. The Six of Wands is a card of being celebrated and feeling like you're being celebrated as well. He's being lifted up on this horse that he's sitting on, and he is being celebrated by the people that are around him. So for a lot of you, there could be like a celebration, or again, you could just be feeling celebrated in general in your life and having a victory, which would be a good thing. You have the Emperor here, and some of you could be attracting an Emperor. You have the Lover showing up as well. Or you could be the Emperor, take how it resonates. But I kind of do feel this is talking about all of you. A lot of people have had the Emperor in this set of weekly readings, and I just feel maybe it's a time where people are feeling like they have to take control of their lives. The Emperor is controlling, but he isn't necessarily controlling like in a bad way, like we think of it. He could just be taking control of his life in general. And I kind of feel that there is like a little bit of a collective energy going on right now, where people are realizing that they have to take control of the things that they want to manifest or create or have or do or be or whatever. And I think a lot of you could be doing that with the Emperor. He also has this Ankh right here, and Ankh is like a symbol of rebirth. And I'm wondering, like, you have the Ten of Swords also showing up here, but I'm wondering if some of you, it's almost giving me second chance vibes. Like, really, I would prefer to see like the Judgment card come up, for example, because that would push me more in the direction of saying that this is a rebirth, or that there is some sort of second chance coming in for you, but we'll see what comes up. You have the Hangman. The Hangman, again, says you've been on pause for a long time. You have that Between Worlds card. So the Hangman has put himself on pause so that he can gain enlightenment. And a lot of you have either gained enlightenment or you are working on gaining enlightenment with the Hangman. You could be getting a lot of answers that you've been waiting for as well. It's really funny because I said to Pisces the other day that this year has been like a really weird year for this type of energy, where it's like even me, like there's so many things that I've been working on this year. Like I've been working on more than ever. And but it's like all of the things I've been working on have kind of been held up because it's like I'm waiting for, like approval for some things. I'm waiting for people to get back to me. I'm waiting for people to finish like doing the work that I need them to do on things, which, really you can't force it, right? And so it's been like a very Hangman type of energy, which is like hurry up and wait, right? And so I kind of get that feeling for a lot of you where it's like you've just been like in this holding pattern for a little bit of time. The good news is again, I think things are going to start moving forward. And, again, we're entering into a time of heavy retrogrades. But again, the retrogrades can be good for things that you've already been working on. So if you've already been working on things and you've just been waiting, this could say that things are moving forward. With the Six of Wands, you have the Chariot. Yeah, definitely a victory or a success coming for you. Again, if you have been working towards something for a very long time and you've just been waiting and waiting and waiting, I do feel the Chariot is kind of saying don't give up, keep that you're very close, just keep going. With the Emperor, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a card of out with the old, in with the new. There's this castle right here that's crumbling, and the wand just represents like a new inspiration or new direction. And you have that Fork in the Road card. So I feel for a lot of you that, this could be about you moving in a new direction. Like I always say to you, Virgo, I don't really see Virgo completely changing. Like if you have a job, for example, I don't think that all of you are necessarily leaving the job. You might just be getting like a raise or promotion or something. Same thing if you have a business. It's not like you're like completely getting rid of your business. I think more of this like reinvention energy is what's popping up for people right now. And I just hit this card and it wanted to fall out. So you have the Knight of Swords. Swords, which is kind of like charging towards that new beginning. With the Hangman, you have the Fool. Yeah, you're like I said, I feel like things are moving forward. You're ready to take that leap of faith. So if you've been waiting for, the pieces of the puzzle to kind of fit into place and come together, I feel a lot of you have maybe been waiting for like news and, approval or, a bunch of different things. And I feel like the Fool is saying like you're finally ready to get off the tree that the Hangman is hanging from and you're ready to move forward. So again, that's good. Like I feel this is kind of like everything kind of coming in all at once. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Frog Spirit says, clear out the clutter. You have this White Raven Spirit says, trust in magic. We're in a time where we really do have to trust in magic. We have Neptune and Pisces, and Neptune and Pisces is very magical. And it doesn't mean that, it's like weird things are going to happen. But I do think that we have to kind of believe in ourselves more during Neptune and Pisces. And we're getting to the end of Neptune and Pisces. And like those last degrees are critical degrees. It's like at the end is where maybe we pass the final test, in quotes, right? Or, maybe we really have to show that we've learned what we needed to learn from the planet. So with Neptune and Pisces and being your opposite sign, I think for you, Virgo, that it's very, very important that you that really, let me put it this way. Neptune and Pisces kind of gives you this big impossible dream, and you have to accomplish it no matter what, or you have to at least work towards it. And that's what I would do here is like kind of work towards something bigger than you. You're a Virgo. I doubt that there's any clutter in your life. You have the Ten of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Ten of Swords says something from the past is dead, done, over with. It just seems to me that there's a lot of releasing this week. Again, this is another card that a lot of people have had this week. So you could just be, kind of just releasing things that no longer serve you. And I really don't feel much here with the Ten of Swords. He just needs to let go of the past and get up off the ground, right? You have the King of Swords. If you are attracting love, I do feel you could be attracting someone who's more mature or like older than you. I don't really like readings where we have the King of Swords and Queen of Swords. You have both here. We'll see what comes up. We're going to clarify. But my problem with these two is usually they don't see eye to eye. So if you don't have love and you're looking for love, this could represent like needing to see a person, as in like maybe there is a person that's interested in you, but you have to be open to it, or maybe you have to pay attention or something like that. This could also just say you just don't know this person yet. So I don't feel terrible about this because you have the Lovers here. And so again, this kind of gives me the vibes here that you just don't know this person yet. We do go down to the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is coming up in the good stuff. So again, if you're about to meet a person or you're about to, message a person or whatever is going on here, the Knight of Pentacles and the good stuff would be progress. So that kind of makes me feel better about those two showing up in the reading. You have the Four Cups. Four Cups is kind of like about past disappointment sometimes. He has these 3 cups in front of him, and he's getting this new cup here. It's another card that kind of makes me feel that there's a little bit of a second chance, or it could be a second chance coming in for you. These 3 cups represent like 3 past experiences, and he's getting a new cup being presented to him, but he's not accepting it into his life because he has had a bunch of failures before, or he has had negative experiences with these 3 cups right here. And so I think that, this could be like a second chance opportunity. But again, if it's like love, it's love with a new person. But maybe a lot of past people have disappointed you, so, it's kind of like hard for you to open up. Same thing with work. It's like maybe you've had a bunch of failures in work or business, and now you're getting like one more chance or another shot to try something. And I would really encourage you to try again, whatever this is. With the Ten of Swords, you have the 6 Wands. Pretty good. Again, it looks to me like you are having a victory over being stabbed in the back. I think earlier this year, 2024, that it came up for you that there could have been some sort of stabbed in the back situation, or there could have been a situation where something happened with a person, or it could have been multiple people as well, where you felt stabbed in the back. And I think that was one of your challenges this year, was to rise above it, right? With the King of Swords, you show up, so you are the Hermit, Virgo, and whenever you show up as yourself, especially the Major Arcana version of yourself, it kind of puts you in a position of power and strength. So a lot of you could be standing out, or you need to stand out more at this time with the Hermit card. He needs to shine his inner light. So I feel for a lot of you that this is about shining your inner light, or kind of like glowing, and that's what I would do here with this card, is kind of stand out. With the Four of Cups, you have the sun. Yes, exactly what I just said is that you need to be shining. The sun can shine a light on us. It can just shine a light on who we are as a person. And so a lot of you, this could be encouraging you to stand out. I also feel like this is lighthearted energy. The sun really represents being lighthearted. And with the Four of Cups here, again, if you're receiving a new offer, with the sun as well, and it could be anything. It does not have to be love. I do feel for some of you this is a work opportunity that especially if you've had business failures or whatever in the past. I feel like this is saying like have a more lighthearted approach and be willing to try something new. You even have that fork in the road card, which has that glowing kind of path back here, and so I think you need to move towards the sun. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this calm card and this synchronicity card. I feel that you just need to stay calm and pay attention to the synchronicities that are happening around you. Again, Neptune and Pisces, it's very intuitive, and it could be, kind of guiding you in your life by using synchronicities or things that you need to pay attention to. And that's exactly what I would do here with these two cards is like pay attention to the synchronicities. You have the Five of Wands, the Lovers, and the Three of Cups. The Five of Wands can represent conflict and competition, of course, but the Five of Wands is about learning from the competition, so I would do whatever you can to learn from the competition. I think that will be the most helpful with this energy. I would also make sure that you are, looking at any past battles that you've been in. You have the Six of Wands twice and the Chariot, which says you have been victorious before. Sometimes, if we're, like in life, if we're about to enter into something that is competitive, which could be anything, we just need to realize that we have learned a lot from the past experiences. Same thing with the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups always says to me that you have all the ingredients. I look at the Four of Cups as like baking a cake. It's like he's disappointed that he has attracted all the ingredients to bake the cake, but all he has to do is mix it all together and pop it in the oven. And, I feel this Five of Wands is kind of saying the same thing. It's like you've been through a lot of battles, and those challenges have kind of given you information, or they've provided you with ingredients for success, but you have to look at the lesson. You have the Lovers, so definitely could be love coming in for some of you. I feel like you need to see it, or, there's something going on here where you need to stay open to it. And again, I'm only talking to those of you that want it. The Lovers can also be a card of being at a crossroads, so some of you might just have a choice to make at this time. And I always say with the Lovers that the new choice is always like usually the best choice. So I think, picking the new path would be a good idea with this card. You have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a major celebration, or, kind of celebrating harvest. They are celebrating this harvest of these pumpkins that's going on around them. And so a lot of you, could be celebrating a victory or harvest in business or winning something as well. Like, I'm wondering, for some of you with this Ten of Swords, you could be having a victory over, something where you were stabbed in the back, especially if you're, I don't really see this here. I'm just giving you an example, right? Although the King of Swords is law and order. So, if you're dealing with something legal, I do feel that some of you could be having a legal victory. With the Five of Wands, you have another sign that is saying that you're winning something, because you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords can represent a separation or walking away from something, but, this guy here is the winner. And again, this is showing up over the Five of Wands. And so this kind of tells me that you could be winning some sort of battle, or you could be walking away from something like a stabbed in the back situation as the winner. With the Lovers, you cannot make this up. You have the Judgment card. I literally said that if I saw the Judgment card, that it would tell me that this is a second chance reading. So definitely a second chance reading for sure. I think that, the Emperor was really speaking to me with that second chance about like reinventing something. So it's almost like you're creating something you've always wanted to create. And, I do feel this could be work or business related, where it's like you've had a failure before, but you're trying again, and that was literally the feeling I got on that Emperor. I mean, it's simple tarot math, right? Yeah, you add up that Emperor with the Ace of Wands and, just some other things that are going on here. It really was saying to me that you're about to do something extra, but this kind of ticks it over the edge for me as well. So if you're thinking about reinventing something, rebirthing like a project or something that you've worked on, it could be personal as well. You could just be thinking about trying something with your health again. You could be thinking about trying something for like personal development again. And I would definitely recommend it with that Judgment card. I think it's going to be very good. With the Three of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune. tons of Wheel of Fortunes over like the past two or three sets of readings. Like everybody has been getting the Wheel of Fortune all of a sudden, not complaining because I think that it's a good thing. This could really say that fortunes are turning in your favor or you're feeling more fortunate in the near future. It's also just a great card for a turnaround. So again, I kind of feel this is again a second chance because this can say that you're trying something again, but things will go differently this time because you have learned. So I think a lot of you, this is really a second chance reading. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this card that says, speak to yourself with kindness. Of course, I'm a big fan of that. It says, be aware of how you speak to yourself. You have the set boundaries. It says claim your power and know your value today. So a lot of you, I feel, need to set boundaries with yourself, really, and make sure that you're speaking to yourself kindly and that you're speaking words of abundance and success and all that other good stuff. That's what I would do here. You have this Page of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords says that you see clearly now. And, the funny thing about the Queen of Swords is I actually love when she shows up at the end of a reading because her back is to the past. It kind of says that you are more focused on what's in front of you. You're not so much focused on what has been going on in the past. And she's also my card of being like cautiously optimistic. She has that sword up, but she has her hand out. She's willing to receive, energy that's being presented to her, and it could be anything. So really good. More about the second chance, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands says don't give up on something. Nine of Wands says try again, right? He's trying one last time to accomplish whatever he's set out to accomplish. He's tried 8 times at least. He's got these 8 wands behind him, and he's got this one wand in his hands. So he has been on a long journey, but if he doesn't give up, he will find his, success. He will have success. So I would definitely encourage you to keep pushing right now. But the Nine of Wands is showing up in the good stuff, and the Nine of Wands and the good stuff would say that you are, kind of about to get your reward, or you haven't given up, so you're getting to the end of whatever it is that you didn't give up on. The Nine of Wands is also an amazing card for experimentation. So I always say this is my card to throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to experiment, try new things, try different ways of, working, or, try different ways of running your business and all that other good stuff. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is like slow and steady progress. So I feel like you're making progress. I definitely prefer the Knight of Pentacles in the good stuff. Outside of the good stuff, normally he represents no movement, but when he shows up at the end, definitely could represent forward movement. I also do feel that there could be a person, again, if you have your eye on a person, or even if you don't, because again, with that King of Swords, it kind of tells me that maybe you just haven't met this person yet and you're about to. The Knight of Pentacles would say this person is going to make moves. So, they're not going to just like wait and overthink everything. So, that's probably a good thing. And the Knight of Pentacles says there's like a lot of room to grow. He has these empty fields behind him, and he could easily plant seeds in that field and they will grow. But, in a relationship situation, it could just say there's growth. Same thing for those of you that have been maybe, kind of stuck, like I said at the beginning of the reading with the Hangman. If you're working on like a business or a career or whatever, this to me is talking about that growth, especially if you've been waiting for things. I think you're finally moving forward. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is, progress, looking forward into the future, just like I said with the Queen of Swords. So, same thing. I think you're just making progress here. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a new adventure. He's holding on to one wand, kind of like the Nine of Wands. He also maybe, I kind of get this feeling that maybe you feel better. The Page of Wands is a card of enthusiasm and excitement for your journey. And so, maybe you have been looking at your past failures, but now you're excited for something new. And I would kind of like follow that excitement, right? And with the Knight of Pentacles, I knew that was talking about love. You have the Ace of Cups here. Definitely a big love offer for those of you that don't already have it. Again, some of you might already have love, but if you want love and you don't have it, this could definitely be something new. You have this Scales card. It says, keep your life in balance. Everybody, it's like everybody gets a Two of Pentacles. You don't have the Two of Pentacles, but you have this card right here, which says, keep your life in balance. So Two of Pentacles is my card of like work hard, play hard, but it could also be keep your life in balance. So I would say that everybody gets this. I think we all just need to balance our energy. You have this August card and the Sun card. It says happiness and well-being. Some of you could be working towards more happiness throughout this year, 2025, like as we move into 2025. Could also be someone born in August. You could be attracting like a Leo into your life as well. But this could also be you. So take it how it resonates, but definitely a lot of happiness coming in for you. You have this wall card. It says misunderstandings. Yes, there will be a lot of misunderstandings at the end of this year. Mercury retrograde at the end of this month, November. Plus, we have all the other retrogrades going on. Mars will go retrograde at the end of the year. So I would just make sure you're being clear about things. But also, if there is a misunderstanding, you'll be able to fix it. The great thing about making mistakes during retrogrades is that you can fix them faster. So, I encourage people to make mistakes during retrogrades because you can fix them faster. You have this tree. It says affairs with your family. Every single person, again, has had stuff about family. It makes sense. And, we're entering into the holiday season. So, maybe people are just spending more time with family. You have this dragon card. It says beware of self-delusion. Yeah, I don't think this is like a bad thing. But, at the same time, I am taking this literally in this reading. So, I kind of feel like it's just saying, keep yourself in check. We all get carried away. We all sometimes, think we're the greatest, and I definitely encourage that, right? I do think we should all have irrational self-confidence in, all those other things. But, sometimes we have to keep it in check, and that's what I feel that's saying. So, just don't overestimate things, right? I kind of feel like it's saying, especially in work or business, really go for it, but also don't take it. Sometimes when we really go for it, we take a risk that ruins things. So I would just, stay focused and have a plan, right? But this looks really good, Virgo. I love it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.